The Season 8 premiere of The Walking Dead kicked off not only the live-action adaptation of the all-out war arc from the comic book, it also happened to be episode number 100. Getting to episode 100 is a huge achievement for any television show, but in celebration of the first battle in the war last night, we decided to get together in the office, argue a whole bunch, and spend the week bringing you our top 100 kills from the last 99 episodes. So without further ado, here's numbers 100 through 81. First off on our list at number 100 comes from Season 6, Episode 3. Alexandria Nanny proves that a bum leg is essentially a death sentence in the world of The Walking Dead. We didn't know her long, but being an Alexandrian these days may be the red shirt of The Walking Dead. But this hit us in all the feels. 99 is fresh in our minds from the Season 7 finale, when we see Farron the Savior meeting a gnarly demise as she's hurled from the rooftop by Michonne. Michonne's storyline in this episode is straight up Andrea's big moment in the comics version of the Battle of Alexandria, down to the moment where Negan makes Rick think his current love is the one to go. But Farron is the one who hit the pavement because
we're the ones who live.
Good shit, Michonne. Let's flashback all the way back to the Season 1 finale for number 98, when we saw the clock count down the death to this beautiful CDC building. Oh, and Dr. Edwin Jenner, Jackie, and V, the OS. All went down with that shit. Remember when the governor tried really hard for a week or two to be good? Well, that didn't last long. When, for number 97, he practiced his swing all over Cesar Martinez's head in episode 7 of season 4. But that isn't actually what killed him. This pit of walkers did. Number 96. In episode 11 of season 4, Rick hides from the climbed group and runs into Lou taking care of some business. After one trophy smack, Lou is subdued and is choked to death by our man Rick, of all the houses. Sorry, not sorry, Lou. Number 95. Next up is from episode 9 of season 4, which is not one, but actually a series of kills. Michonne goes apeshit and kills a group of walkers after seeing an undead doppelganger and realizes she's been alone and among the dead for far too long. Just when you think she's done? In the comics, those were her boyfriend Mike and his friend Terry, and while they were never confirmed to be the same on the show, it's still her finally letting go of the past she's been dragging around, which is a big step for her. Number 94. Episode 5 of Season 4 is another big batch, and sees the father and son duo of Rick and Coral mowing down the invading walkers. As Rick is doing his best to be a farmer and protecting Carl from the New World Order, Rick finally sees how much of a badass his own son is. You go, Coral. Number 93. After an epic introduction in the series premiere and then a startling return years later when we saw him crazed, murderous, and obsessed with Clear! Morgan finally joins Rick's merry band of survivors in Alexandria, a changed man. He preached and fought to not kill all of Season 6, but when it came down to his philosophy or Carol's life, Carol won out. And we see Morgan abandon everything he believes to save his friend. It's a very fleeting moment that's both moving and heartbreaking. We're with you, Morgan. Number 92 hails from episode 8 of the 4th season. Lizzie saves Tyrese's life by taking Alicia's. To refresh your memory, Alicia was forming a relationship with Tara, who also took part in attacking the prison. That is, until Lizzie and Mika have Alicia at gunpoint and Lizzie pulls the trigger. To think that in that moment we all thought, yeah, Lizzie is a badass, when we should have thought, oh man, there's something wrong with this kid. But we'll save that for a later moment. Number 91 is from the first episode of Season 5. Finally, Rick, Bob, and Daryl made it to Terminus. Yeah! Oh, shit. While our boys are lined up at the trough, we see a familiar face in Sam from Season 4. Hi, Penguin! But unfortunately for him, that is the moment we officially learn our Terminus buddies are all cannibals and no fun. So it's hi Sam, bye Sam, as he gets smacked in the head and his throat is slashed open pretty good. Ew! Also, did anyone catch the foreshadowing of our heroes lined up on their knees with that bald cannibal swinging that bat behind Daryl and then the immediate cut to Glenn? Bet you didn't! Number 90. The finale of Season 3 saw a significant turn in Carl's adolescence as he pulls the trigger when arguably he didn't need to. That look on Herschel's face is all of us. Number 89. Now, we'll be honest, there's not a lot to this kill. Daryl has a sick zombie shield and some guys get grenaded to an off-screen death, but this intricate way of blowing up some baddies resulted in Tara's "wait, what the hell am I doing" moment, which eventually led her to joining the ragtag gang. Number 88 takes us all the way back to the start. In Season 1, Episode 2, we spent a week wondering how this small-town sheriff is going to get out of a tank surrounded by walkers to reach that Korean pizza delivery guy on the radio. Rick makes a daring escape from a tank and goes John Wick on all the walkers of Atlanta, and we immediately learn this guy is the badass we all need at the end of the world.
Oh, not dead! Come on!
Number 87, another series of violent deaths coming at you from Season 6, Episode 12. Rick and the gang are busting in on the Saviors while they sleep to tuck them in. Good night. Now, we'll be honest, there was a huge debate over here on how high on the list this one should go, and while the nondescript Saviors go out quietly, this moment includes Glenn's one and only human murder. The scene is difficult to watch and really forces us to ask ourselves whether there are any morals or good guys left in the zombie apocalypse. Number 86. In the pilot episode, we were introduced to the now iconic The Walking Dead walker, Bicycle Girl. So it's only natural to include her final death here. Rick must not only come to terms with the fact that these creatures exist, but that they were once just regular people. Rick coming back to kill her is an act of mercy to a victim who at first glance is nothing but a monster. Number 85 is from episode 14 of season 7, when Rick and the gang must fend off against barnacle-clad walkers. These sea walkers are a beautiful example of the work by Greg Nicotero and his team, and in turn, it's then also awesome to see them get taken out. The finale of season 2 sees the introduction of a mysterious figure as she narrowly saves Andrea from getting chomped on by a walker. This moment is tense and beautifully terrifying, but for fans of the comics, it was also clear who this hooded character was going to be in the upcoming season. Number 83. Back in the season 2 premiere, during Andrea's helpless phase, she brained a walker with a screwdriver, thanks to an assist from our man Dale. Hey, Dale. While she was terrified, it was one of the goriest walker kills that early on in the show, and you could see hints of the fierceness she'd develop over time. For number 82, we went back to Daryl's Riverwalker arrow kill back in season 3, episode 10. People often comment that having a crossbow can be problematic unless you have the plot armor of infinite arrows. But Daryl steps up. Only one arrow left? No fucking problem. Daryl quickly takes out 2 of the walkers with 1 bolt. For our final pick this round, we're going with season 6, episode 13, as we see Carol both put on a show of helplessness for her captors while simultaneously grapple with her real growing disdain for all the deaths she's caused. Despite that difficulty, Carol still realizes the need for her, Maggie, and the baby to survive and finally fights back against her savior captors. After an intense struggle with Paula, Carol forces her into a spike where an impaled walker was waiting for its din-din. Nom 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 nom. As Carol sets some more saviors on fire, we'll leave you guys for today. Let us know in the comments what you thought of our picks and what your favorite one was. And make sure to subscribe to Skybound, home of The Walking Dead and many more awesome and amazing stories and creators. Thanks for tuning in, guys.